Hi, everybody, and welcome to our What is Digital Marketing webinar, our first in the series of What is Digital Marketing and all of its aspects. My name is Annie. I'm the Digital Marketing Specialist at ITonlinelearning, and I do this every day. I'm in charge of ITonlinelearning and ITonlinelearning's digital marketing efforts alongside my manager, Harman. The two of us will be walking you through a couple of webinars along with some of our specialists in our teams. So, before we go into specialization and understanding the whole intricacies of digital marketing, I first want to explain to you, what is digital marketing? What does that mean? What does that entail? What does that include? I'm going to go into this with the understanding that a lot of us don't really know what this is. If you do, this is a great little refresher or something to put in the background. If you don't know what this is about, pay attention. I hope you guys can pop some questions in the comments and let us know. Before I start, please make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube. We're going to be releasing a whole bunch of other webinars on a myriad of different topics, but I hope to see you again. So let's get started. Let us first cover, before we get into what is digital marketing, let's speak about what is marketing. Marketing is the activities that brands use to get new buyers, retain existing buyers, and encourage repeat purchases. A brand's marketing is what sets them apart from their competitors and grows revenue. That feels simple enough. Let's put an example to it. So, when we think of a brand, we're not often thinking about the products that they produce, but we're thinking about what they look like, what they sound like, and what they mean to us. Really great example that I love to use is Coke versus Pepsi. Because of their marketing and because of their branding, I immediately can recall that Coke is red. They always have the advertising where they pop the bottle and it's got the fizz. It's all about living your best life. Whereas Pepsi, we know, is blue. We know that they're competitors. We know that their messaging is different, even though they're selling a very similar product. That is marketing. That is through their marketing efforts, we can understand who they are and what they're selling and why they're selling it. They're giving us a dream. They're giving us aspirations. They're giving us a messaging, and that can only be achieved through their marketing efforts. The whole point of marketing is to get buyers, is brand awareness, brand retention, trying to get people to convert to become new buyers or reoccurring buyers. That is the efforts of marketing. We are here to make you know who we are. Right. So what is digital marketing? The use of digital marketing is the use of digital media to achieve marketing and business goals. All the activities used to engage with customers to deliver on business goals through digital channels. The use of digital channels to promote a product or service. I feel like the core thing that we've taken out of those 3 points is it's digital. Digital marketing is in the digital space. It's online, it's on the internet, it's on your phone. The only way we can really act is by going onto the World Wide Web. We'll see it on our Facebook feeds, we'll see it on our YouTube feeds, we'll see it when we're looking at the news online. However, when we're out in the real world, such as driving on the highway and we see a billboard, that's traditional marketing. Big difference, because traditional we can encounter in real time, in real space. It's quite tangible often that we can touch it with our hands, whereas digital marketing is very much, it's on your phone. It's on this thing here, or on your laptop. It can be encountered in your digital space. So now we know what digital marketing is. Now I kind of want to cover the different channels of digital marketing. Digital marketing covers an array of different activities that a marketing team has to do to bring a campaign to completion or to launch a campaign. So it's not just us making like pretty little videos, right? Those videos have to go somewhere. They have to have a purpose, right? And those go onto different channels. Each channel serves its own purpose. Each channel has its own measure of success, measure of failure. And often each channel has its own specialist within a digital marketing team that makes sure that it's working successfully and working well. So the first one that I want to deal with is pay-per-click advertising, PPC. ITonlinelearning has someone in our team, his name's Harman, and he is in charge of this pillar. He is in charge of the display and video advertising and the ads you see on YouTube, on Facebook. When you're Googling, PPC is everywhere. We're all very familiar with it. When we're scrolling on Instagram, we get an ad and we can't skip it. Or we can skip it on Instagram. But if we go on YouTube and it's the 30 seconds and you can't skip it, that's pay-per-click advertising. That's video advertising. So as you can see, I've popped an example here of literally I Googled digital marketing courses, and we can see the first 4 results are sponsored. That is display advertising that has been paid for to appear at the top of the search engine. right? I've put an example of a YouTube video where I've looked at one of our day in the life videos, but before I can see it, I'm given an ad on about Monday.com, right? That's pay-per-click advertising. Similarly, I think I went onto a news feed. I was trying to look at the news, and on the right-hand side, we can see there is food adverts and a magazine advert. All of this is PPC advertising. This is a really fundamental part of marketing because this is how we push our brand out, so that as a consumer is scrolling through the internet, trying to look for something, just like meandering through, we are top of mind. We're constantly speaking to them if they've shown interest in us. Then we have content marketing. Content marketing is how a consumer learns about your brand's values, experiences, and allows them to identify with your brand. Some really great examples could be a blog on someone's website, social media posts and interactions, webinars like this one, videos that you might see on someone's channel, emails that you may get telling the consumer about the brand and what the brand offers. It could be guides. So HubSpot and DMI, Digital Marketing Institute, provide really great guides and PDFs like white papers. The whole point of content marketing is to provide the consumer with content that is valuable to them, but also tell them about the brand, tells them about the brand's offering, tells them about facets of what the brand believes in and its values. Content marketing is incredibly diverse. It's incredibly varied. It's also really fun. It's something that in marketing, we all kind of have a hand in, especially in our team. Some of us make PDFs, some of us make videos, some of us handle the blogs, and all of that works towards engaging the consumer, engaging the customer, and getting them to really know the brand and see value in your brand. Because when you're doing marketing, the whole thinking behind it is we want people to remember who we are, but also like us, right? They want to see value in us. They want to remember us and go, oh, wow, ITonlinelearning had this really great blog about project management. I should go read that. Oh, if they know so much about project management, maybe I should do a course with them, and it's that kind of thinking that we want to encourage as we're doing our marketing efforts. Then we have social media marketing. I've picked this campaign and I love this campaign. We all kind of know social media, I'm hoping. If you're watching this webinar, I'm assuming you've either come from LinkedIn or from YouTube, or potentially our other social media channels. But social media marketing in today's age is incredibly important. Everybody's on social media. I think it's about 80% of the population. I'm sucking that number, but a vast majority of the population are on social media or interact with social media in some way. And brands have had to kind of like fall in line with that, even brands such as Spotify. I love the Spotify campaign, who sell music, like they sell a music subscription. It doesn't really have anything to do with social media. It's not a visual thing. They have created this Spotify Wrap campaign, which we all know, where they track your music throughout the year and then give you your top, I think it's 20 songs that you top 20 artists, top 20 songs, top 20, they provide that report for you at the end of the year, which is just analytics. And they've given you a way to share that onto your social media to, one, show off to your friends, right? Which is always great. But it's also create a brand awareness for them. So this is literally what happened. Before I had Spotify, I used Apple Music. And one year I saw everyone sharing this campaign. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And I saw new music. I got to see what my friends were listening to, the podcasts my friends were listening to. I got to see the new genres. And because of this campaign, I signed up with Spotify just because of this campaign. I had no interest prior to that. I was an Apple Musical through and through. And that really is a great example of the power of social media marketing because it can convince buyers. It really relates to you on a personal level. It personalizes the brand. It makes the brand look like they're listening to you, which we all want, right? We want to feel special. We also have email and marketing automation. At ITonlinelearning, I play a big part in this. We all know the promotional emails that we get, and a lot of the time I know they're quite annoying, but email marketing is probably one of the strongest avenues of marketing that most businesses have, unless you've gotten like Duolingo, you've got your social media really, really strong. Your email marketing is going to be a really great way for you to communicate with your audience and communicate with your consumers. There are different ways you can use your email. You can either have promotional emails. So for example, when you have Black Friday, you'll get a lot of get 50% off. Here are our top products. Don't forget to buy. That is one way that you can use email marketing to your advantage, is to continuously remind consumers about your product, that you have a special, that you've released new products or technology, but it also can be used for automation. And that's really powerful from a business perspective, as well as from a personalization for the consumer. When we create automations, it means that when you, what's a good example? Say I've signed up for ITonlinelearning, right? And I've signed up, I've paid, I've gotten access to my course. It's 6 months down the line and I haven't needed to speak to my tutor, right? I've kind of just been like doing my own thing. We send out an automated mail 6 months into your course going, hey, how are you doing? How are you managing? And that's sent out automatically by your own due date. And it means that we can reach the consumers. And if they want to respond, they can respond. And then the mentors can speak to them, and it removes some of the labor. But it also means that we don't forget anybody. Automation is about not forgetting anybody. It's about bringing as many people into a funnel as possible, right? We might do automation that once you've completed your exam, you will get an automated mail going, well done on completing your exam. Is there anything else I can help you with? And you'll respond to that. And then your mentor can respond. If you don't respond, maybe 5 days later, we'll send another email going, hi, you haven't responded. Is everything okay? Can I help you with anything else? It creates a very personalized journey that doesn't require one person in a business to email 1,000 people, right? And we all know Facebook uses this, LinkedIn uses this. A lot of brands use it to go, hey, you've forgotten to buy your shoes in the shopping cart. Don't forget about us. Please purchase. And it's just a really great way to keep the company top of mind, to show that you care, because at the end of the day, we do. But if we all had to send an email to 1,000 people every single day, things would fall through the cracks. So automation from a marketing perspective has made an incredible difference in being able to stay in touch with the customer, make sure that all the touch points are really, really great and really, really personalized. We then have website optimization. This is incredibly important. I know that as a consumer, if I go onto a website and it's slow, or I'm unable to purchase my product, or I can't find my product, or anything like that, I get really frustrated and I often will leave the website. And I'm sure we've all experienced it if we're on our phones. And if we're not really able to touch the buttons, or I'm not really able to navigate the website, I'm like, this is bad, I'm leaving, right? Website optimization in marketing is incredibly important because it's the work of making sure that your website works well for the customer. It's making sure that everything is streamlined, it's fast, it's easy, right? In ITonlinelearning, I built the current website. We currently have 3 people working on the new website because it's constantly changing. It's constantly developing. It's a process that is iterative. You can build a website and then trends change, and then you have to keep up with the trends, or you have to keep up with the new technology, keep up with the new software. It's a very, very, very important touch point when customers come to you, because the website is where they research, but often it's where they purchase. So if your website doesn't work, so if we go into Amazon.com and I can't add to cart and nothing's working and I keep trying to click buttons and it's not working, I'll leave. I'll go find somewhere else to purchase because I don't care where I buy it from. I just want to buy it, right? So you want to be a brand that works, that it's easy to use, that it's easy to purchase, that it's trustworthy, and that is through website optimization. Then we have mobile marketing. This is focused on reaching audiences through their smartphones, tablets, and other related devices through things like SMSs and emails. We all know about marketing SMSs. I often look at the end of the day, and because I just give my number out willy-nilly, which is probably not good, I'll start the day with 0 SMSs and I'll finish it with 20. And sometimes SMSs are incredibly effective in getting attention because it flashes. It's different than a social media icon. It's different than an email icon. It feels a bit more personal, feels more urgent. So then we have search engine optimization, SEO. This is going to be a webinar on its own, because SEO is a mountain to climb to get right, but it is incredibly, incredibly important. SEO is one of the few marketing channels that costs no money, right? It costs labor. So you have to make sure that your organic search terms are correct. You have to make sure that your website runs really smoothly. You have to make sure that everything in the marketing, every other marketing channel works effectively. But if you get your SEO right, you start to climb up the Google ranking. So what does that mean? When we search on Google, just like I'm going to go back a little bit for us. Okay. When we search on Google, if we look at our screenshot here and we've got our sponsored ads, those will pop up at the top regardless of what you do because they're paid. But underneath the sponsored ads, we have about 4 different pages that aren't sponsored. They're just showing up on the first page of Google. That is where you want to be as a business because it's free, right? Google's algorithm has seen that your website is relevant, it's correct, it's informational, it's exactly what the person wants, and they're putting you at the top of the list. I, for example, when I go on Google, I skip all of these sponsored ads and I go straight to the first post at the bottom because their SEO is the most accurate thing to what I'm searching for. So in the grand scheme of things, this is the most important thing because it's free. And it means that if I'm showing up at the top of every single search engine search, I'm winning. My website will be top of mind. It adds to your credibility. It adds to your trustworthiness. And I mean, a year down the line, it's going to start to save a company money. You know, ITonlinelearning is focused very heavily on SEO to ensure that all of our pages have the correct search terms. All of our pages are optimized, making sure that all of our videos have the correct titles and long descriptions, because it means that when you're searching what is project management, we want to be the first video, blog, and website that pops up onto your feed, because that means we're top of mind. It means that a consumer will trust us. When you're on the first page of Google search, we automatically are like, wow, these people are the people I want to click on. I really trust these people. So SEO is incredibly important. It is a topic to discuss. It is a bit complex to kind of get right. But once you get it right, your company will fly. Almost all companies are looking for SEO experts to make sure that their websites, their content, their videos, everything is optimized to ensure that you can rank higher. So now we have an understanding of what digital marketing is. Okay. Now I want us to understand what is traditional marketing and how those two can work together and how they conflict from one another. Okay, so traditional marketing can be understood as direct marketing. It is selling directly to your end user or your buyer. Some examples of that would be some letters that you get in your mailbox, like actual postbox mailbox, mailings that you might get, flyers that you'll receive, brochures that you might get at a conference, and coupons that you can get in the newspaper. The traditional marketing deals directly with the user. It is it's even though it's one-to-many from messaging point of view, it's a very like, I give you something, or it's a billboard that you see with your own eyes in real life. It's often print, so it uses print media to reach customers such as posters, magazines, and billboards. You can also use broadcasts such as TV commercials, print ads, and cinema. The way I like to think of that is before there was the internet, there was still marketing. Before we had phones, there was still marketing. Before we had computers, there was still marketing. All of those marketing efforts are called traditional marketing because they've stuck around, right? So we've almost always had billboards. We've had flyers. We've had newspapers. We've had letters that get delivered to us. There was this big worry when digital marketing came around that traditional marketing would sort of fade away because now that you've got the digital space, what use would it be to make a billboard? And we've seen that digital and traditional have really merged together really well. So you've got on the side of the road, you get billboards, but they're LED billboards. They can switch between multiple ads. We have found a way to merge them together, but still retain traditional marketing. When I go to a conference, somebody can't hand me like a phone with an ad, right? They have to hand me a flyer and a brochure that they can communicate their product to me so that maybe I'll still Google. Let's say I go to a conference for traveling. I might Google trips to the Bahamas because now I've gone to this conference, and then I can start getting their digital ads. But before that happens, they have to target me somehow. They have to try and get their name in my mouth somehow. And traditional marketing is a really great way to do that. So let's look at what's the difference between digital and traditional. So digital is very much about individual consumption, whereas traditional is mass consumption. Best way to look at this, right, is I'm going to use a billboard, for example. If you've got a billboard on the side of the highway, it's one ad, it's one messaging, right? We're going to have hundreds and thousands of people that drive past that billboard, but they're going to see the exact same billboard. Whereas digital marketing, if I create a PPC campaign, a PPC ad, I can create over 1,000 different campaigns with 1,000 different creatives that will be targeting very specific types of people based on their age, based on their location, based on what they've been searching for, based on their job. You can become very, very personalized and very, very direct with your digital marketing efforts because we can track everything, right? So people know to speak to me differently to how they speak to my coworkers, differently than how they speak to my husband because of my search terms, because of what I'm doing every single day, because of what I've purchased potentially from other stores. So it's a very, very personalized experience, digital marketing, whereas traditional, I can only print one flyer, right? You can't make 16 different flyers and go, hello, sir, how old are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Okay, this flyer is for you. It's not particularly realistic. I mean, you can. It sounds like a lot, but you can do it. But that's not how it tends to work out. A company will make one flyer that speaks to an entire group of people, and that's what they'll use. Digital marketing goes for an active user, whereas traditional marketing is for a passive user. Again, let's think of the billboard. When I drive, I'm not looking for a billboard, right? I'm not actively looking at anything. I'm just driving. If I go to a conference, I might be expecting brochures, but I'm not actively being like, give me a brochure, right? Whereas digital marketing is when we're scrolling on social media, we're zoned into social media. When I'm on YouTube, I'm zoned into the video I'm watching, right? You might put it in the background and ignore it, and that's fine. But about like 80% of the time, you're quite an active participant in the digital space when you're using it. So when ads come in your way, you might get annoyed by them, but you're getting annoyed because you're actually engaging with the channel that you're on. Whereas traditional marketing, if I get a flyer, I can just be like, cool, thank you, and then throw it away. Like I don't actually have to engage with the product at all because it's getting in my way. Digital marketing is one-to-one, so it's very personalized, whereas traditional is one-to-many. Again, personalization, that is the buzzword. If we think digital marketing, the buzzword is personalization. It's easy to use, easier to track, and it's personalized. Personalization makes the biggest difference, and that's why most companies are bringing it in and using it. What is personalization? Because I've used it like 100 times now. It means that we are able to communicate one-to-one to someone. So in my emails, I can use your name, because I've got that data. I'm able to email your direct email address. For PPC, I'm able to see what your search terms are and target you for specific ads because I know what you've been doing, right? Digital marketing is lower in cost, whereas traditional is higher in cost. And this kind of ties into the idea that like with traditional marketing, if you do a billboard, right, it costs a lot of money, one, to do the design, to print the billboard, to put the billboard up, and then you have to pay rent to be in the billboard. Okay, let's think about it. If I have to print 5,000 flyers, you have to design the flyer, then you have to take it to print, then you have to print it, then you have to fold it, and then you give it out. It's got quite a high, it's expensive to start and do. Whereas digital marketing, if you have a designer, your designer can make banners, they can make ads, they can make PDFs quite quickly because it's in a digital space. Once they get the hang of it, it goes very, very fast. But it also means that once you put it out in the world, you're not often paying a lot. For pay-per-click advertising, you're paying. But if you're putting on social media, you're not paying. When you're sending emailers on your database, you're not paying, except for the subscription of your database. The cost is a lot lower, but it also means that if you make a mistake, which happens, like people make spelling errors, you might use the incorrect image, your messaging might be a little bit off the mark. You can change things in a minute in digital marketing, whereas traditional marketing, I have to take the billboard down. I have to redesign the billboard. I have to reprint the billboard, and then I have to put it back up. So the costs for traditional marketing tend to be a lot higher than digital marketing, which is why a lot of smaller companies lean towards digital marketing until they've got a higher revenue. Digital marketing is also a lot easier to track. Tracking and analytics are very, 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 very important. A lot of digital marketing teams have someone that specializes in data analytics. What is the point of doing something if you don't know if it's been successful, right? And in digital marketing, that is a very, very, very important thing for us. We have someone in charge of analytics in our team who tracks everything, right? He sees if the campaign has been successful. He sees where the campaign has reached. He sees how much money we've spent on a campaign. Because at the end of the day, we need to prove as a marketing team that our efforts have been successful, right? We need to go to the C-suite and go, okay, for Black Friday, this is how much we spent on marketing. This is how much we got on return. Because that will show them, do I have a high return on investment? Is my ROI worth it? Should we do that again? Should we not do that again? Whereas traditional marketing, it's quite difficult to track what led to a conversion for a consumer, what led them to purchase, because I don't know if you've seen my billboard. I don't know how many people have seen my billboard. I could maybe guess, but I don't know from seeing my billboard to purchase what led to that. Was it the billboard? Was it something else? Did they just hear it from a friend? We can't really tell. We can't really track. Whereas digital marketing, if I see a banner on a news website and I click it, we can track that one individual click. If I've seen something on social media and I really like that, and I click on it, on that link, I can track that one individual click. With digital marketing, you're able to see the email of the people that clicked, what time they clicked through. It's very personalized, so we can get into the nuances and track, has this been successful? What should we try again? What should we absolutely not try again? And that's really important, because there's no point doing something if it's not working or if it's a waste of time. So let's go over, why is digital marketing important? It's cost effective, as I've said. It's measurable. It's adaptable. This is a really important one. If I'm in the middle of a campaign, and we have had this before, where I've developed the Black Friday campaign and we're sitting there and something is like off, it's not working out and we can't figure out why, and we've realized some of the links aren't working. We can very quickly go into all the landing pages, all the social media, and we can swap the links out. It takes seconds. Like, it just requires one person to have the correct link and fix it. If I have done a PPC campaign and we're realizing it's not working, maybe we want to change the messaging, maybe we want to change the artwork, someone can quickly go in and do that. It takes a couple of minutes. If I've done an email, I've sent it out, it hasn't worked, I can change the rest of my campaign to make sure that I don't replicate what's gone wrong, or I replicate what's gone right. Digital marketing allows you to make fast, quick changes and measure those changes to make sure it's the right thing to do. Digital marketing is personalized, as we've spoken about. This is our giant buzzword. We love it. It allows you to target new audiences. The trouble with traditional marketing, right, is you're often bound to a geolocation. Sometimes you're not. If you're a really big company, you're not. But let's think, like, I'm going to use ITonlinelearning, for example, right? We're based in Sittingbourne. If I'm going to put up a billboard, I might put up billboards in the UK, okay? Or I might print posters in the UK. I'm going to look for central locations like London, and I'm going to put billboards in London because there's high population density. We're kind of bound by those areas. It's quite difficult to find new people unless you start going into different countries, but that's difficult because then you can't track it. Whereas digital marketing, one, you're able to do it all over the world, okay, which is amazing. I can put ads in China. I can put ads in New Zealand. I can put ads in South Africa. But you're also able to experiment with different messaging with different people, right? For ITOL, we've got our messaging really right with project management. We know how to sell project management pretty well. We're trying to figure out how to sell to a digital marketing audience, and they're a bit of a newer audience for us. It's a very different demographic. So we're able to start branching into this new market and figure out, how do I communicate with you? What ads do you want to see from me? Where are you? Where are you searching? Because someone that's into project management and someone into digital marketing, they're on different social medias, right? They are potentially looking at different websites. So digital marketing allows you to venture into these new spaces at a much lower cost, but also a higher success rate, because we can experiment a lot more. We can listen, do audience listening a lot more. And that's a great benefit because it allows your company to grow. Digital marketing encourages brand awareness, again, because we can share our content everywhere. It allows you to engage with customers. This is an amazing one. If you respond to a social media post that we've posted, I am the one responding back to you. It's so high. If we've sent out an email, a marketing email, and you reply to that email, I'm the one responding to you. I'm the one engaging with you. If you have commented on one of our YouTube videos, someone in my team is responding to you on YouTube. Digital marketing is amazing because it allows real people to respond to real people. We are able to have a conversation amongst ourselves. Yes, it might be a little bit automated sometimes if it's an email, but a lot of the time, if you're commenting, if you're calling, if you're reaching out, you're speaking to a real human being who wants to have a conversation with you, which at the end of the day, as a company, it means that we're more likely to convert you into a lead because you've had a conversation. But as a customer, you feel like you're being cared for. You feel like people are seeing you, right? And then lastly, digital marketing is important because it helps you guide customers through the marketing funnel. The marketing funnel is basically your journey as a customer from learning about what the brand is to eventually buying their product. I am going to be doing a separate webinar on this. Please sign in to learn about it. The marketing funnel ties in very closely with the sales funnel. It's incredibly important. All of our marketing efforts go into moving customers down this funnel. Okay. And it means that Top of funnel, we have different methods. Middle of funnel, we have different methods. And bottom of funnel, we have different methods. And we have to think about what people are wanting at these different points, what they want to see at these different points, what they want to hear at these different points. Digital marketing allows us to really listen in on the consumer and tailor their experience for this. Here are some different roles that you can get in the digital marketing space. I've been a couple of these. So the ones I've done, I'll give you a bit more insight. The ones that I haven't done, I'll try and give you some insight. So you can be a content marketer. This is where you write content. You create written content, you create video content, you create social media content, and you create gated content. A lot of people in my team do this. So we have someone that writes the blogs, who writes the PDFs. That's content marketing. We have someone that does the social media. That's me. And that's social media content. We have people that do video content. And all of this goes towards content marketing. And lots of people can perform this role as a content marketer. We have social media marketer. They're responsible for the social media and brand image. If you go onto Instagram, there's a lot of influencers. There's a lot of people that do social media marketing. It is a big thing at the moment. It is hard. Social media marketing in the day of the algorithm now is difficult, but it's so fun to work with a brand and figure out how to present them as a person on social media. Duolingo is an incredible example of this, and they've been able to create that brand personas through a really strong digital marketing and social marketing team. You can have an SEO manager. My SEO manager is sitting right next to me, and they're in charge of the website social media content optimization and ensuring that everything lends itself to being strong in SEO, and make sure that all the content speaks well to SEO, make sure all the ads speak well to SEO, make sure that my YouTube headline is correct, my YouTube long description is correct. It is a very in-depth job. It's all about making sure that we fit into Google's algorithm and that Google likes us. You can be a PPC specialist. He's also sitting next to me. This is where they're in charge of the landing page designs, keyword research, and strategies. This is a very in-depth. You're also often looking at your data, and you become quite a data analyst because you're having to look at, yes, we've made ads, we've put them out. How successful have they been? They will use GA4 a lot, Google Analytics 4, and track how our ads have done. They are in charge of all the pay-per-click advertising. It's quite a senior job. It's really, really in-depth. It's very cool, but it requires quite a lot of knowledge of different digital marketing spaces. Then you can be a graphic designer. This is what I started out as, and this is where you create the visual graphics that engage your prospective customers. So the slide was made by a designer. Your emails are made by a designer. Social media content is made by a designer. PDFs are made by a designer. Graphic designers are in full use in a digital marketing team because everything has to be designed and then made pretty and made usable and made functional. Then you can just be an all-around digital marketer, and these people leverage digital channels to market products and services. They kind of have their hand in all the pies, right? And I think it's good to note that roles in digital marketing, really, you can wear multiple hats in a digital marketing team. You can be a graphic designer and a digital marketer and a content marketer, right? Where it's very rare in these type of teams because they're very agile that you'll be stuck in one pillar, maybe in massive corporations, but in smaller teams up to 100 people, like companies up to 100 people, your digital marketing team will really swap and change roles. So it's amazing to kind of know everything about digital marketing so you can jump between. Our UX designer gives me advice on digital marketing strategies, because she has an understanding of the digital marketing space and therefore can give advice and give thoughts and give opinions. You can also be a copywriter. This is where you write to inform and persuade customers to buy. You have content writers who write blogs, and then you have copywriters who will write your ads, who will write your social media posts, different sort of methods and ways of writing, because content is long form, copy is short form. You have data analysts. They collect, analyze, and clean data. Data analytics is used everywhere. We have a course on data analytics. It can be used in digital marketing. It can be used in coding. It can be used in business analysis. Data is everywhere, and it's really good to know how to read data, how to present data, and how to clean it and make sure it's accurate. Then you have web developers. They ensure that you have good UX and website performance. This is a really fun job, but you have to have an understanding of code. You have to have an understanding of how websites work. our web developer sits there quietly and just makes amazing things all day long. They're really important for when you have a website to ensure your website is optimized, that it runs really well, that it's fast, that it works properly. It's a really in-depth job, but it's very cool. So now I've given you a lot of theory, and that's great, and that's awesome. But you're like, okay, personalization, that is the one word I've heard 500 times. That's fun. I want to kind of show you what a digital marketing campaign would look like, right? I'm picking a very random topic. I've tried it. It's very high level. Marketing campaigns can be incredibly detailed with quite nuanced, different sorts of journeys and avenues and automations, but this is very high level. So I'm just going to show you what it could look like, right? So last weekend I went to a wedding and I was a bridesmaid and I was told to wear very specific clothes and I didn't have those clothes. So I went to the store and I couldn't find any shoes and that was frustrating me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to look online. Surely online I'll be able to find something. So I went to Google and I searched black high heels because that's what I needed. As soon as I searched black high heels, as you can see by the screenshot, I got a bunch of sponsored ads, right? And that's amazing. That is awesome. That's pay-per-click advertising. They have been curated and edited to make sure that one, they show me the photo, like a really nice photo. They're showing me buzzwords. They're showing me the pricing. They're showing me where they're from. But what I've searched for, I can see here. There's nothing random here. Everything I want is on this page. That's one aspect of marketing. Done. We've got some ads. So now I click on one of these ads and I look at the shoes on the website. I could potentially buy immediately, but I might not. But let's say I find a pair I like. When I land on this website, we're going to call that a landing page. When we do PPC, that link might be unique and take you to a unique landing page that is curated specifically for what you have searched for, which you're like, yeah, I searched for black heels and it needs to take me to black heels. Another example would be for us, for example, at ITonlinelearning, if we want you to buy a project management course, but you've searched project management career, I'm going to take you to a very specific page targeting careers in project management, right? But if you've just gone project management courses, I'm going to take you to a separate page that says project management courses, and it talks about the courses. Different ways of speaking to you because you've searched different things, right? These pages need to be optimized from a content perspective. So the content needs to be right for you. The page needs to work, the website optimization. The images need to look correct for you. So that's graphic design. And you need to be able to interact with the content, right? So this is from a digital marketing perspective. I need to make sure that you are finding what you're looking for on this page. Okay. So now let's say I find a pair I like. I sign up to the website so that I can add my product to the cart, but I get distracted. Like my coworker's talking to me. I'm not supposed to be on the internet. I quickly close the tab. I'll buy it later when I get home. And I stop purchasing. I've now given my email address. I have an account. That means that the company has your email address, right? Now you can either have ticked receive marketing information. If you haven't ticked it, then you won't receive like their promotions and anything. But even if you've provided your email, they can start emailing you. So an hour later, you're scrolling through Facebook and you see an ad for the same shoes on the same site. You can click this ad and it will take you back to the website you were buying the shoes from. We all know this. It feels like the internet is listening to us. I'm sitting on Instagram and suddenly I was looking on Amazon. I was looking at shoes, but I'm starting to get ads for shoes and a dress and lipstick and mascara. That's PPC ads. So I still don't go back to the website to purchase the shoes, but now I see an email in my inbox. Let's say this is about an hour later. It's an abandoned cart email reminding me that I need to finish my purchase. I also have an email saying that because I'm a new user, I'm being offered 10% off my purchase. Here, we've made sure to remind you about the product and remind you about the brand, but I'm also trying to push you a bit further down the funnel by going, you know what? I can already see you're a bit hesitant to purchase. Maybe if I give you a discount, you're more likely to purchase. This is email marketing. So you are being retargeted to complete your purchase and not forget about us. The discount is to further push you to convert. You might also get an email similar to this, so a 10% discount after you purchase to encourage you to come back. This is retention. Okay, but back to our story. When you land on the website, you accept the option to receive notifications. It's been 3 days and suddenly you get a notification on the computer screen to tell you about a new product that the company is selling or a new discount code. These are called push notifications. I love designing push notifications. They are a landscape little creator that pops up on the side of the screen. A lot of the time, if you have like a security system on your computer, they send you lots of these, right? And you would be amazed by how often we click on those because we're like, what's this? Because it almost intrudes in your day. You're like, why is this popped up in my screen? What is this? Loads of companies use them. If you allow a website to send you notifications, you will see that you start getting push notifications everywhere. Okay. So a week later, you're scrolling through Instagram and see a post. I still haven't purchased these heels, by the way. A week later, you're posting through Instagram and see a post about your favorite celebrity wearing the same heel that you wanted to buy or something similar, all right? This is social media marketing. So again, I'm on Instagram. I see that Kylie Jenner is wearing the same heels that I want to wear. This is influencer marketing. But I've also been getting ads consistently from the same company going, okay, maybe you didn't want these heels. Here are different shoes that you might want. Here are different products that you might want. I finally decide to purchase. Once you've made your purchase, you are sent a thank you email, as well as an email with all of your relevant shipping information. Again, a touch point and makes me feel special. That goes, oh, thank you so much for sending this to me. I need this information. If I have questions, I can respond to this email and someone will respond. Most likely, even for Amazon, if there is a problem, you can email them back and they'll respond to you, right? This is continued email marketing. What could also happen is post-purchase, you continue seeing ads from the same company, but on different clothing products. You can also receive an email a week after purchase asking if you're happy for the purchase. You might receive 3 months down the line a marketing email going, hey, we're having a sale. These are our top products. This is all a form of keeping us top of mind even after you've purchased, but also going, we want to retain you as a customer. We want to create customer loyalty. You might, after purchasing something, we do this at ITol, offer a referral scheme that if you've been happy with us, please refer us to a friend and we'll pay you for the referral. And this is all a part of marketing. That's all a part of keeping bringing in the consumer and keeping them. And there you have it. That's a digital marketing campaign. This is a very high level version. I was going to show you guys a much deeper version. And then I was like, we're beginners. Let's keep it cool. But this gives you an idea of how nuanced it is, how many different aspects the team has to think about. We are looking at your entire journey as one individual person. So this journey, this is specifically for me, right? But you might have been looking for something else. You might use different channels, so we'll communicate with you in different ways. I didn't include video advertising in here. I've kept it like very basic, but this digital marketing is endless. There's so much you can do with it. There's so much you can explore with it. You can be in different industries. I started out by doing beauty and doing social media for like a makeup company. And then I moved into employee experience. I've moved into eLearning now. I've helped with NPOs. I've done a range of different companies. I've been in a range of different companies, but I've done digital marketing for all of them. And it's been a joy because you get to experience new consumers, you get to experience new topics, new ways of speaking to different people. Yeah, it's very cool. Digital marketing is very fun. You can tell I like it a lot. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it shed some light on what digital marketing is and what it entails. This is the first of many. We plan to go into webinars about the different channels, how the different channels work, different strategies, potentially even explore a campaign like Black Friday and how we built that. So if you're keen to see more, please like and subscribe. We're also offering different webinars based on our courses we provide, such as project management, business analysis, data analysis, coding. We even offer recruitment webinars. So please take a look at our library and enjoy. Have a good day.